So next point your syllabus is the advantages of atomic absorption spectroscopy over flame emission spectroscopy. Unit second. So the first advantages of AAS. It is the very specific. AAS is the very specific. So specific. It means that in AAS it required the atom in a particular element can only absorb their radiation, their own characteristics wavelength. So like when we detect the copper, so we pass the hollow cathode lamp of the copper radiation specific wavelength. So in the element or atom, metal atom in the sample, it absorbs the only this copper radiation. So here it is the very specific, only absorb the copper radiation. So the spectral interferences that are observed in flame emission spectroscopy, these are removed by atomic absorption spectroscopy. In atomic absorption spectroscopy, we use the hollow cathode lamp, that is the specific wavelength lamp. So if we determine nickel in a sample, so we use the nickel hollow cathode lamp. So we pass the radiation of nickel wavelength. So it is a very specific. In flame photometry, directly we aspire the sample in the flame and sample is burned. When it goes from ground state to excited state, in flame photometry, sample is ground state to excited state and emit the radiation. So this emitted radiation we absorb in flame. So some interferences are observed in flame photometry. Atomic absorption spectroscopy is not any interferences. We detect only copper. So next advantages is the atomic absorption is independent on flame temperature. So in the flame, as the principle in atomic absorption spectroscopy, we see that when we pass the hollow cathode lamp ray on a sample, these samples are by aspiring flame, some ground state and some excited state. In atomic absorption spectroscopy, the ground state sample are absorbed this radiation and we detect the concentration. So here there is no dependent on flame temperature. So in flame emission spectroscopy, it is required to the proper temperature of that flame. So the flame temperature from atom ground state to excited state, it emits the radiation. So all samples are ground state to excited state, going to excited state by the flame temperature. So in flame emission spectroscopy, requirement of flame. In atomic absorption spectroscopy, it is independent on the flame. As we see the interferences of flame in flame photometry, there is a temperature. If the temperature is lower, we does not receive proper emission line in flame photometry. But these interferences, it resolved in atomic absorption spectroscopy, because in atomic absorption spectroscopy we measure the ground state absorbance by ground state atom. In flame emission spectroscopy, we measure the emission by excited state atom. This is the main difference. This is the AAS and this is the FES. So in FES, requirement of the emission, excited state of atom. When atom are excited, when we provide the proper temperature. So flame emission spectroscopy is requirement of the flame temperature. It is most requirement. But in atomic absorption spectroscopy, the temperature is independent. Next point is the atomic absorption spectroscopy. It is the rapid technique and it requires the small amount of material. Next point is the detection limit of atomic absorption spectroscopy and flame emission spectroscopy. Some elements possesses lower detection limit by flame emissions and other by atomic absorption. So those are the more sensitive by flame emission. Some is equal. So here some more sensation by flame emission spectroscopy. Some elements are aluminum, barium, calcium. So these are the more sensitive by flame emission spectroscopy. These elements are equally sensitive by both the flame and atomic absorption spectroscopy. And these elements are more sensitive by atomic absorption spectroscopy. So this is main advantages of atomic absorption spectroscopy over flame emission spectroscopy. Next, it is the disadvantages of atomic absorption spectroscopy. So main disadvantages of atomic absorption spectroscopy is it requires the separate lamp for each element is required. If we detect the nickel, we require the nickel hollow cathode lamp. We detect the aluminum, we require the aluminum hollow cathode lamp. And next disadvantage is the aluminum, molybdenum, vanadium, silicon. This form the oxide. In the flame. So these cannot be successfully estimated by atomic absorption spectroscopy. And atomic absorption spectroscopy is limited to metals only, with non-metals which have their resonance line in the vacuum. Ultraviolet difficulties arise from the strong absorption of light by oxygen in the light path from the flame gas themselves. So we discuss the advantages of atomic absorption spectroscopy over flame emission spectroscopy.